Okay, so if you were absent, this is a tutorial on how to do a Lewis structure. Lewis structures are just where you have the symbol of an element surrounded by its number of valence electrons. The key is that the valence electrons have to be done in a certain formation. If they're not done in a certain arrangement, then you're going to struggle when we get to bonding. And the reason that we use these structures is that Bohr models are good for showing us where the electrons go, but beyond that, they're kind of annoying and tedious to draw over and over again. So this is a shortcut instead of doing the Bohr model. So the first thing that you do is you label your groups. So this is an abbreviated version of the periodic table. And then the way this works is that we have an example of xenon, okay, which is a noble gas. And the noble gases are in group 8. So xenon would be down here, okay? Now, the thing about xenon is that if it's in group 8, it has 8 valence electrons. And what this shows you is where to put each electron in order of the number that you would have. So if you only had 1 electron, you put it to the right. And that's where you start every single time. And then with more electrons, you go counterclockwise one direction like this, okay? And then on the top side, you'll put a dot. And then the third one will go here. The fourth will go here. And when you get to a total of 4, then you need to double up by going in the same direction, but now you just start pairing them if you have more than 4 electrons. So if you have 5, your diagram looks like this. If you have 6, it looks like this. 7 would look like that. And 8 looks like this. So now we just got to keep going through it. Hydrogen is in group 1, so it has 1. And the thing about Lewis structures is that all the elements in the same group are going to have the same structure. The only exception is helium, who only has 2 electrons. Okay? So these guys will have 2. These guys have 3, 4, 5. Now when you double up, something to keep in mind is that when you double them up, pretend that you have them on a square, okay? 3, 4, and then when you have the 5th one, you put it on the line of the square that it would be on. So that way the electrons kind of stay closer to the symbol, and etc. Then we get to these guys. Now the important thing about the Lewis structures is the electrons that don't have a buddy, which are highlighted here. These are the ones that bond to other elements, and these are the reason that anything exists, that anything can be connected, okay? That anything can be built, because these guys can connect to other elements. So that's it. That's all you got to do for Lewis structure.